Good morning, dear students. So, we carry on the reading of the chapter Poetry and Pancakes in 12th standard. So, this was the point where we stopped yesterday. So, a few months later, the telephone lines of the big bosses of Madras buzzed, keep on buzzing, okay? And once again, we at Gemini Studio, cleared a whole shooting stage to welcome another visitor. So after many months, okay, so there was calling, and it was a coming of a new visitor at Gemini Studio. All they said was that he was a poet from England. Before coming of the visitor, there was a rumor who is coming to visit Gemini Studio. So it was just a rumor that he was a poet from England. The only poets from England the simple Gemini staff knew or heard of were Wordsworth and Tennyson. It means the people of Gemini Studio, they were aware of the two names. One is William Wordsworth and Tennyson. Okay, Lord Tennyson. So they might thought that out of these two, anyone is coming to visit Gemini Studio. The more literate one knew of Keats, Shelley, and Byron, and whosoever was more educated in Gemini Studio, he or she might have known John Keats, P.B. Shelley, and Lord Byron. Means these two persons were common for all, and whosoever has got more degrees, especially in academics, might know these three more people, and one or two might have faintly come to know of someone by the name Eliot, and whosoever is you can say student of literature might know T.S. Eliot. It means these 4 to 6 names, they were common for everybody in Gemini Studio. Who was the poet visiting the Gemini Studio now? This was the question in everybody's mind, that who is the person coming to visit Gemini Studio right now. He is not a poet, he is an editor. That's why the boss is giving him a big reception. Vasan was also the editor of the popular Tamil weekly Ananda Viketan. Then this was the news in the air that he is not a poet but an editor like S.S. Vasan, because S.S. Vasan was also the editor of the popular Tamil weekly newspaper, that is Anand Viketan. Okay, that's why S.S. Vasan has a big reception for the visitor at Gemini Studio. He wasn't the editor of any of the non-names of British publication in Madras. Means the visitor was not the famous editor of any British newspaper in Madras, especially that is not known at Gemini Studio. Since the top men of the Hindu means the newspaper, the editorial one, since the top men of the Hindu means big editors or great editors of the Hindu newspaper, were taking the initiative, the surmise was that the poet was the editor of a daily. Then they came to know that this person does not belong to the Hindu also, and he is the editor of a daily newspaper, but not from the Manchester Guardian or the London Times. Again, it was clear that this person who is coming to the Gemini Studio does not have any relation with the Manchester Guardian newspaper and the London Times. That was all that even the most well informed among us knew. It means really nobody knows who is coming to visit and what is his name. People know only one thing, that he is the editor of a British daily. Then at last, around 4 in the afternoon, means around 4 p.m. in the afternoon, the poet or the editor arrived. He was a tall man This person was a tall man, very English, means he is an Englishman, very serious, and of course very unknown to all of us, because he is unknown to you know Wordsworth, Tennyson, Keats, Shelley, Byron, and lastly T.S. Eliot. They were people might know all these people, all these poets of English one, but this one is unknown to all. Battling with half a dozen pedestal fans on the shooting stage, the boss read out a long speech. It means S.S. Vasan delivered a speech on his welcome. It was obvious that he too knew precious little about the poet. Even S.S. Vasan, the boss of Gemini Studio, knew very less thing about the poet or the editor. The speech was all in the most general terms, but here and there it was peppered with words like freedom and democracy. The speech that was delivered by S.S. Vasan on the stage to welcome the guest or the editor or the poet, he also used such gracious words like democracy and freedom. Then the poet spoke. After S.S. Vasan, the poet came on the stage and he delivered a speech. He could not have addressed a more dazed and silent audience. Okay, when he came on the stage, the audience was silent and dazed, means surprised. No one knew what he was talking about, and his accent defeated my attempt to understand what he was saying. Okay, so whatever he spoke on the stage, nobody could understand because of his accent, American accent. And even our office boy writes here, and his accent defeated my any attempt to understand what he was saying. Nobody could understand. The whole thing lasted about an hour. His speech lasted for an hour, means his speech was long for an hour. Then the poet left and we all dispersed in utter bafflement, surprisement. Okay, utter bafflement means the audience dispersed without understanding the speech of the poet or the editor. What are we doing? This was the question. What is an English poet doing in a film studio which makes Tamil films for the simplest sort of people? Now these are the questions raised by the people at Gemini Studio. What we are doing and what this Englishman is doing in this particular Gemini Studio where we make only Tamil films. People whose lives least affordable than the possibility of cultivating a taste for English poetry, means there is hardly anyone who has a taste of English poetry. Then the poet looked pretty baffled too. He was also surprised, for he too must have felt the sheer incongruity of his talk about the thrills and travels of an English poet. His visit remained an unexplained mystery. The visit of the poet or the editor to Gemini Studio was a mystery because nobody could understand his speech, and even the speaker, means this poet or the editor, was also surprised to see the audience speechless. The great prose writer of the world may not admit it, but my conviction grows stronger day after day that prose writing is not and cannot be the true pursuit of a genius. Now, this great prose writer also does not admit that it was so and so, and here the office boy also says that day by day my conviction grows stronger that it cannot be followed by a genius person, because the person who delivered a speech in Gemini Studio was considered a genius one by the people of Gemini Studio. Then it is for the patient, persistent, persevering drudge with a heart so shrunken that nothing can break it. Rejection slips don't mean a thing to him. Rejection means from the audience, and these are three things: patient, persistent, preserving drudge. These three things made a person, whether he is a prose writer or a poet, a strong one. Okay, he at once sets about making a fresh copy of long prose piece and sends it on to another editor, enclosing postage for the return of the manuscripts. Means a prose writer, what does he do? He writes, then he sends these fresh copies to another person for proofreading. Okay, it was for such people that the Hindu had of an unimportant published a TD announcement in an insignificant corner of an unimportant page. It happened with the Hindu also, that the Hindi newspaper published a short announcement in his English newspaper in which an insignificant corner of an unimportant page, a short story contest. The Hindu organized a short story contest organized by a British periodical by the name The Encounter. So this was the newspaper which organized this contest, short story contest. Of course, The Encounter was not known commodity among the Gemini literati. I wanted to get an idea of the periodical before I spent a considerable sum in postage sending a manuscript to England. So this one, The Encounter, was not as famous as the Hindu was there at that time, and still it is. Still the Hindu newspaper is the most important newspaper of our nation, India. Okay, so then this office boy also sent these manuscript after proofreading to England. In those days, the British Council Library had an entrance with no long-winded signboard and notices to make you feel you were sneaking into a forbidden area. Means at that time, this British Council Library did not have the board to display where you have entered or where you are not allowed to go. And there were copies of The Encounter, and this was the newspaper, and there were the copies of Encounter lying about in various degrees of freshness, almost untouched by readers. Means this newspaper was read by very less people, untouched by readers. When I read that editor's name, okay, office boy took one newspaper, The Encounter, and then he read the editor's name. I heard a bell ringing in my shrunken heart. Suddenly he felt something. It was a poet who had visited the Gemini studio. So the editor of this newspaper, The Encounter, had visited the Gemini studio. I felt like I had found a long lost brother. At that moment, the office boy or Asoka Mitran felt that he had got an opportunity to meet his separated brother. Okay, and I sang as I sealed the envelope and wrote out his address. Then he wrote his address. I felt that he too would be singing the same song at the same time. And then he also thought that he was singing the same song. It means the editor also was feeling the same kind of sense as the office boy was feeling when he got to know the editor of this The Encounter newspaper is the same person who has visited Gemini studio. Then this film discovered each other by singing the same song. In the first reel and in the final reel of the film, Stephen Splendor. Stephen, that was his name. Stephen Splendor means what to say. Who was Stephen Splendor? Stephen Splendor was the editor of The Encounter. Stephen Splendor was the person who visited the Gemini studio. Stephen Splendor was the person who delivered the speech. Stephen Splendor was the person whose speech was not understood by the people because of his American accent. Now, and years later, after many years, when I was out of Gemini studio and I had much time but not much money. After many years, when our office boy left that Gemini studio, he was out of money. Okay. Anything at a reduced price attracted my attention. Means every cheap thing, whether it is a book or the eatable, attracted the office boy. On the footpath in front of the Madras Mount Red Post Office. Address is Madras Mount Road Post Office. On the footpath, there was a pile of brand new books for 50 paise each. There was a sale on the book, and the price of every book was 50 paise. Actually, they were copies of the same book, an elegant paperback of American origin. Means all the books, they were the same copies. Special low priced student edition, and these books were for low price, for only for student edition, in connection with the 50th anniversary of the Russian Revolution. These books were on sale because of what? Because of students only, and because of 50th anniversary of Russian Revolution. That's why the rate or the price of these books were very less. I paid 50 paise and picked up a copy of the book, The Goat That Failed. What was the name of the book that was for sale on this 50th anniversary day of Russian Revolution? The book was The Goat That Failed. 6 eminent men of letters in 6 separate essays described their journey into communism and their disillusioned return. In this book was an essay book including 6 essays written by 6 different persons. Okay, and it was discussing on communism and disillusioned return of it. Andre Gide, Richard Wright, Ignazio Siloni, Arthur Koester, Louis Fisher, and Stephen Spender. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These were the 6 people, those who wrote essays in this book, The Goat That Failed. Stephen Spender, suddenly the book assumed tremendous significance. Stephen Spender, the poet who had visited Gemini Studio. When he got to know in the content list, the office boy was surprised to see that the poet has visited Gemini Studio. In a moment, I felt a dark chamber of my mind lit up by a lazy illumination. Suddenly, there was a ray in his mind that brightened his consciousness. The reaction of Stephen Spender at Gemini Studio was no longer a mystery. Then, office boy got to know that earlier it was a mystery who visited Gemini Studio. Now it is not a mystery because he has discovered the person who has visited Gemini Studio. The boss of Gemini Studio may not have much to do with Spender's poetry. The boss means S.S. Vasan. The boss, S.S. Vasan, may not have anything related to Stephen Spender's poetry, but not with his Goat That Failed, but with his book. It means The Goat That Failed, that was a collection of 6 essays written by 6 different eminent poets or the writer of that time, in which Stephen Spender and Louis Fisher were main. Okay, so right now by the end of the chapter we got to know that office boy declared that the coming of Stephen Spender at Gemini Studio was no longer a mystery. Okay, so this one is the ending of this chapter, Poets and Pancakes. So dear children, after that I will be sending you the answers of this chapter. Till then, do reading, and I hope you have got the gist of the chapter. Okay, and do reading and stay connected. and do your studies honestly. Thank you. Have a good day.